Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Sunderland, it is Bright Lights, it is episode 70 of Bright Lights. And we are here with the second knockout round against Rangers. First thing I'm going to say is links in the description below to the stream. Come follow us on Twitch and come follow us on Twitter as well. There's links below there to that as well. But we're not live on stream. We actually just got off stream. I've been packing my bag for the last 15-20 minutes and then decided let's go do the Rangers game. I'm going to go pack my bag, go do that. Go play the Newcastle game, then finish back my bag and play the Rangers game. The main reason why I'm doing that is I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream before my trip that I go away with. Obviously, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I have got work from 9 till 6, and I'm pretty sure Mum's going to make me go do some Christmas visiting with her tomorrow night up to her twin sister's place or up to my auntie's. If I don't have to go, we 100% will be streaming because obviously Christmas Day I have it off. So we'll stream Monday night because I obviously don't have to coach either, which is great. Even though we don't usually stream Mondays. On Christmas Day itself, obviously I do a family thing and all that, and I have a flight to, I've got to be at the airport at 5:30am for a 7 a.m. flight on Boxing Day to go to the Gold Coast. However, if I do get home from Christmas Day, before 7:30, I'm going to attempt to try and do at least a 2-hour stream, just to say, good day, finish off the season, and there we are. However, in terms of time being limited in order to play, Football Manager over the next few days, if I'm going to stream, I want to make sure I finish off the season so it's a brand new season for the next time we do jump on the stream, because I feel like it's a good place to leave it. That's going to require me to play some games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some games throughout tonight while I pack and before I go to bed. It's currently 11 o'clock now, so I've got an hour. I want to pack for at least an hour. In that hour, I'll try and run there, pack, come back in, play a game, run there, back and forth. Tomorrow morning before 9 o'clock, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to try play a couple games. Unfortunately, because it's the Europa League, it's not like I'm just playing league games. If we get knocked out, I can just play league games until, there will be 4 or 5 games left in the season, so we can come back and watch the last get 4 or 5 games on Twitch. With everything has to be recorded, so expect a lot of YouTube episodes to come out over the next few days of me just releasing content of these games. I would like to play them on Twitch as well, but we're just going to run out of time if I want to finish the season on Twitch on a live stream. Hopefully, though, that we don't have to go out tomorrow and I can just stream Monday night for 3-4 hours, finish off the season. Or it doesn't even need to be 3-4 hours, but I can get 3-4 hours in of streaming in, finish off the season, and we're there. Anyhow, without further ado, it is going to be the Rangers game. Here we are against Rangers and Sunderland. It's going to be an important one. We are going to line up as that, and as I say that, Mum's deciding to ring us. We'll be right back in just a second as I've got to pick up this phone call from Mum. Welcome back, YouTube. Sorry for that. Mum called, just making sure the house wasn't burnt down, and because she thought she left the iron on, even though she hasn't been home for about 5 hours or so. Anyhow, into this game. Like I said beforehand about the streaming and stuff, we'll sort it out. But obviously we're going to go very full strength for this one here, apart from Smithies, who not happy, is unhappy with my things, with what I've said in the pregame. Okay. Anyway, but Smithies is in goals. Burgess, Daniel, Ives, Miranda, Dossett, Godden, King, Haller, Nakamura, and Adrian up top as full strength as possible. Haller did something weird. Some sort of anything. He pulled a groin kicking a ball, but yet with an injection, he's apparently 100% available to play. So we'll have an injection because it's an important game. Anyway, against Rangers, I don't know what to expect. I expect them to be very strong. I also expect Wallace to play against me because in the contract he said that he could. It doesn't look like he even gets to the bench. So maybe he said he couldn't play against me. Anyway, he could be also cup tied because he played for me. Anyhow, Martins, Lopez, Morez, obviously they're key man. I can never pronounce it. I'm hoping it's like Sebastian. It is Sebastian. There are Eduardo, Dedenek, obviously Australian, Navarro there, Colson, O'Connor, grows into a decent player, White. They've got a very good, strong Rangers side that are doing quite well. We've seen that their backline's very good. I want to see a much better performance from everybody tonight that just played against Man United in the last game of the stream where we just got pumped 3-0. In terms of the games that you haven't seen, probably best I just show you, right? But, if we go to tactics here, we can click on someone's name. If we go to what has happened in the past few games, we played Brentford, we won 3-2, or 1-0 up, or 1-0 down, dominating. Brentford FM'd us a little bit. It was 2 shots, 1. Brentford with that one on chance, went 1-0 ahead. We couldn't find the back, and then in the end, Matthew King scored a nice work goal from a corner. The ball was put in, it was headed down, and King came in and volleyed it. We went 1-1, still dominating the game. Brentford not really doing anything. Scored in the 83rd of add in. We thought that was it. Everybody in the Twitch chat said, finally, we're going to win this game. They scored from kickoff without touching the ball. And then in the 92nd minute, we got a scrappy goal with Nakamura. The ball came in back post, deflected everywhere. Nakamura just ended up with it in the back post, and we tapped it in, and we won. Anyhow, back into this here. Obviously, we're going to get back into the opposition instructions and set up what I want to set up. Obviously, we need to go do that. I just don't know why the preset doesn't show up in here. It might be, if someone could confirm for me that, it does, if you set it up there, it does continue on. There we are. Obviously, we're going to go always and show them onto their left foot. And then up top with Morales, we're going to be very tightly marking him. I feel like I'm clicking tightly marked, but okay. And obviously onto his weaker foot, whichever one it is. Anyway, we're going to get into the tunnel here. In the other side with my wrist, Miguel, he's still coming back from injury. I'm just finding it hard to get him game time in the new system because, we have so many options. But anyway, we are going to get into this one here, and there we go. In terms of score predictions for myself in this game, I'm expecting a nervy tie. I just want an away goal. Get an away goal, and then it means that at home we can do whatever we can do. Anyway, Ives on the ball. Finds King. He's having a very good time. I just want him to become natural as a centre mid, like Callis did for HK. He reminds me a lot of Callis. He's just not of the level of Callis. Callis had, obviously, the unreal potential. Anyway, Burgess, back post in there. We don't win it. Godin can't win the second one, but in comes Dosek. King now with it. Still with King. In the Haller. Haller, can he turn? He can't. Lays it back to King. Tackled. Back to King. Can King hit it? He does. Oh my God, Matthew King. There he is, talking about Callis and how Callis always popped up and scored, and how he was that big bustling player from the middle of the park for us in HK, and he used to drive forward, score goals for fun, and he was fit. King has the same sort of physicals. Callis was unreal physically, but he has the same sort of speed, and he's now starting to develop this side of the game, the goal scoring side, and if he does that, we're going to have quite a player. But with our first chance, the first real chance of the game, King from distance goes bang, and the Australian has put us up 1-0. Anyway, 20 minutes played. We're still 1-0 up. And look, I'll take 1-0 against Rangers. Go to home. Play the full strength side. We do have Newcastle in between this. I'm going to play a slightly rotated side. The league's hotting up as well. So it's just going to be a busy time of year in terms of episodes. But there we are. We have dominated Rangers for this first half. And they haven't had a shot in that whole half. I'm very happy with that. Haller's obviously not having his best game and is slightly injured. I could get Isaac Silva on there, but I won't do that just yet. Isaac Silva will start the next one, though. They had a shot right at the end of the half, but I'm very happy with that. Keep it up, boys. Come on, lads. We just lost 3-0 to Man United. We beat Brentford. Look, we need to beat Newcastle. If we can beat Rangers both home and away, we beat Newcastle. It's 3 wins on the bounce. And then all of a sudden, everybody's up and about, hopefully, for the rest of the league. Anyhow, we digress. It's a free kick. It's Adrian. Can he put it on target? He does. For a second, I thought he was about to say he does. And if he does, he scores. But instead, he's hit the bar. Adrian has been finding it hard to find a goal at the moment. And with him on a 6.3, Rodrigo Marquez, who's been scoring in the Europa League, is going to come on. And there we are. There's our first change of the game. In the 66th minute, we are also going to bring on, not Matthew King, who looks amazing. We are going to bring Haller off and bring Isaac Silva, just so Haller doesn't do anything else to that groin as well. As things stand, though, we are still 1-0 up, and obviously it's a very good result for us. I'll take a 1-0 win. I would love a second somewhere. I would also love for us not to concede. Marquez, he's good over a dead ball. Finds Daniel at the back post. What a save from Wright. How has Wright saved this twice? What a double save from the Rangers keeper. If we go out, we have to look back at this moment from Wright. What a save. Daniel Wright with a great save, and then he gets up and spins and saves. Story of Sunderland. We missed so many clear-cut chances. And there's another one. 2 goals up would have been a huge. Instead, it's not. Anyway, Miranda, the new signing's been good. The one bad game he had was against Man United, but everyone had a bad game. Nakamura comes inside to Godin. Godin now with the ball, looking for King, who's on this booking, but it's fine. Dosek now with the ball. Into Matthew King. Matthew King looking out there, doesn't find his man, and there we are. It's going to be Rangers on the break. If this game finishes 1-1, I am going to fume, considering how many chances we have thrown away. The ball over the top, looking for Sienna. Miranda should pick it up. Looks back there towards Smithies. Smithies barring a mistake. It's a good kick from Smithies. He's still got all his goalkeeping stats and his distribution. He just physically is down, I think, 6 pace. So Smithies is at some point is going to have to call it a day. Anyway, Nakamura runs forward and just runs into a brick wall. But Marquez there looks for Godin. Godin hits it. He's hit the post. It's another clear-cut chance gone begging. What is new with the boys? Look, we're going to make Matthew King. You know what? Since the game wants me to have a look. There he is, physically going into a good player. Going to make a change as the throw-in comes in. And it's just going to be for King so he doesn't get sent off. And Robson can go out there. I don't really care who goes out there. Anyway, Dosek into King. King now looks for Nakamura. Has to score Nakamura. Straight up right. How many clear-cut chances do we want to miss? How many? Could have been 5, 6, 7-0 up in this game. Instead, we're only going to beat Rangers 1-0. Everybody loves missing clear-cut chances. King with another delightful ball. Just no one wants to finish. It took a long-range hit to beat Bradley White tonight. Bradley White. I'm assuming it's Bradley White. How good is their goalkeeper? Like, we have to take a look at the end of the game how good their goalkeeper is. Because if he's not, he's pulled off some fantastic saves. But at the same time, we haven't finished. As a long ball comes in, Burgess knocks it away. It should be game over here, referee. Ball's gone out of play. It should be game over. Will it be game over? It's a throw-in. Surely it's game over. Yeah, it is. There we are. King's sensational strike gives us a 1-0 win. That's great. But Kieran Wright. Look, he's decent, but he's got 11 one-on-ones. Wow. Look, well done. It's a great win. At least the back four played well. We need that back four to grow into a back four as well. But at the same time, it is still... it's still in the balance, but at least I have got a win under our belts and with a clean sheet. And I'll see you guys in just a second for this second leg of the Rangers game. I'm going to go quickly start packing. I'm going to quickly play the Newcastle game, and then I'll be back. But you know what I mean. I'll see you in just a second. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. Part 2 of episode 70. It is going to be Rangers in the second leg. We're 1-0 up after winning away from home there at the Ibrox Stadium. Dominated that game. Still don't know how we didn't win by more. And if we don't go through, they owe Wright an absolute massive wage rise or whatever they want to do. We did win in midweek, and for a moment, telling we were back in the top 4 till Chelsea played later on in the day and did win. We did win 1-0 there. Adrian finally getting a goal after maybe about 2-3 games. There was a penalty. The penalty was there. Just good to see that the back four yet again playing well. The rotated back four did. Dialgo had a decent game. Did keep most of the midfield apart. Kept the midfield too. It was okay. Look. It wasn't our best display. We did dominate the game, and just thank God we beat Newcastle, because I don't think we've beaten Newcastle in a while. Anyhow, we currently are in 5th in the Prem, but this is not what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. We go to the under-23s. We go to a player that is there. I'm going to move him into the first team anyway, because he's so good. But if we move him into the senior squad, Aviol Moletsi, Avel, I don't know what to call him. But he has now got a work permit because we signed him on a new contract, and on appeal, we got him a work permit. The 194-centimetre giant from South Africa has been banging goals, 14 and 27, with the Sevilla side that's currently 5th, and is just nailed on their starting player. Sevilla have often come up, and it's often been in the newspaper a little bit, that they're coming up and they're interested in him. I actually got a Newcastle, I was saying they're going to spend 30-odd million on him, and I was like, ooh, that's tempting for a player that I've never used. But the guy's goal-scoring form is beyond... he wants to be in and around the first team. He's got 15 headering and great jumping reach at 194. I'm definitely thinking he's as a different type of option to bring off the bench for Adrian would be great. To play him and Adrian maybe in a front two could be awesome as well. And there's going to be times where he's going to start. And I think Adrian and him are going to fight for that first team spot. And then the likes of Rab and Marquez, who's done a good enough job. We'll probably look to maybe keep Marquez as third choice. But, Joe Silva and Rab are out the door. Daniel Wood's not going to get a look in. He never was anyway. But just good to see this guy in and around. Anyhow, as it stands across the other boards, Chelsea beat Bayern 5-1. So hopefully Bayern win 4-0 here, because I'll prefer to play Bayern than Chelsea. In terms of everyone else, though, Everton are winning there. We can beat Everton. We're good enough to beat Everton. And then everyone else in and around there, apart from Chelsea or Bayern, I think we can beat on our day. Anyhow, let's get into this one here. It is our first strength side. It is going to be Smithies in goals, Burgess, Daniel, Ives, Miranda, Dosset, King, Godin, Haller, Nakamura, and Adrian. I just want us to start well. I don't want to concede early. I just want us to just go out there and play. We cannot allow for any complacency. The boys are up for it. Obviously, we know what we're going to go and do what we're about to do. Pressing intensity as always, and right foot for the right-hand side players. So we're going to show them the line. We don't want to show them inside and then letting them roam free, playing their 10s and all that sort of stuff. We've been through this before, and obviously show their left-footed players on the left, and then keep their striker out at all costs, and we'll be happy with that one there. Into the tunnel we go. I don't know if he makes things a bit easier. That obviously Wallace can't play because we've loaned him there, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, Sunderland are 1-0 up. It's going to be us in the red and them in the blue. And can we go and hold this 1-0 slim advantage? Can we go and score a couple maybe in this game here? We haven't started the best, but, you know, that's okay. Getting back towards it, and hopefully we'll be all right. I'm actually going to put this one there instead of later scores on Rangers formation. See what happens. Dosek, though, free kick, back stick. Daniel's there with the header, and I tell you what, it's not a foul. Alright, so Wright, who's had an absolute worldie in the first leg, has made a mistake, or I thought he was foul. Daniel's header was loopy. I'm glad Daniel scored. I just thought it was a foul there by, yeah, Wright's going to get it. I would say Adrian's impeded him. In modern football, that's a foul on the keeper. But the referee's let that one go. His assistants have left that one go. And Daniel scores a loopy header. And we're 2-0 up on aggregate. 1-0 up here against Rangers. You know, like I said, I wanted to win the midweek game. Wanted to beat Rangers home and away. And then if we can beat Burnley, all of a sudden we've got a good run of form. We've won 4-4. The morale's back high. You know, everyone's learning the system. And we'll see how we go. Anyway, it's now important to keep a clean sheet. And hopefully Ives gets over a 7. Get these two really growing. Anyway, Adrian on the free kick hits it. I'll tell you what, it wasn't far high. It was arrowing towards the top corner and just couldn't find it. But as it stands, we're going through to the quarterfinal of the Europa League, and hopefully it will be a kind draw to us if we get there. Anyway, Daniel's header finds Dosek. Dosek now finds Burgess. Burgess back inside the Daniel. It doesn't instead. He goes all the way back to Smithies. Smithies now, he hasn't had too much to do in this tie. Finds Ives. Ives, good kick from Smithies as well. Straight to Ives' foot. Ives there, looking channel for Nakamura. Nakamura's there. Adrian's going to make a good run back post. And instead, before he even plays it, Nakamura gets carved down there from Navarro. Carved down? Cut down, doesn't really matter. Adrian, he has missed a penalty in a live con before, but can he score this one? Look, he's lucky. Wright has pushed it into the net. If that was Wright of the first leg, we would still be at 0-0. Thankfully, Wright's having a bit more of a shocker, like his stats say. You know, I don't think he's the greatest goalkeeper in the world, but he had an absolute worldie in the first leg. But at least in the second leg, we are going to be 2-0 up, and there we go. Adrian, though, his penalty was poor, but it's just another goal to add to the tally, and that's all that we want. Anyway, going to get into the team talk. I'm very happy how things are going, boys. We're 3-0 up. Barring us conceding 3 goals in the second half to Rangers and us not scoring one, we are going through. Haller now on the ball on this right-hand side. Can he find a pass? And he doesn't, and there we are. Hearts gave us a bit more of trouble, but I will say that we rotated fully against Hearts. We're not doing that against Rangers. Anyhow, 55 minutes played, dominating the game. We could nearly just say we're probably going to get home and hosed, and it's all good. With Haller's recent injury problems, I'm going to get him off and get Isaac Silva out there. I'm also going to go and get Jasmine in for Nakamura, and we're going to go double change with both wingers and just make sure both wingers are going to be fresh for that Burnley game. Anyway, Dosek with the ball in, looks for Isaac Silva, heads straight, but at Bradley White, it's Kieran Wright. I don't know why Bradley White, the Australian centre-back, comes up to mind. Anyway, Rangers, the highlight hasn't not over, and Rangers go long, but we should be able to win it here with Daniel. Daniel now with the ball. Can he look inside? Instead, looks to Burgess on the outside here, finds Silva. Silva now, just back inside to Matthew King. King now on it, and he drives forward with this physicality. Looks for Jasmine. It was a great ball, but in the end, Jasmine will get back on it. Cuts it in there. I tell you what, Mike Godin loves a goal, and he's come in with a flying volley, and it is 3-0 on the night, 4-0 on aggregate. Mike Godin with the icing on the cake, with a fantastic goal. Great ball in from Jasmine as well. I haven't seen too much from Jasmine when he comes in for his performances. It was a great ball from King as well. It was unfortunate it didn't put him on goal, but got him with the flying, Di Canio-esque volley into the top left-hand corner, and Mike with another goal. Everybody having a great game, and that's what we want. And with Adrian getting into the 7s, I'm going to get him off for Rodrigo Marquez. Marquez can go out there as a complete forward. Let's hope for no injuries as we made all 3 changes, but we should be okay. We're home and hosed in terms of the terms of the tie, and that's what we really wanted at the end of the day. It's a highlight, and it's Smithies into Daniel. Daniel now with the ball, still with Daniel. Looking there, finds Mike. Mike now on it. Back into Daniel. Daniel now, can he find another pass somewhere? He does go to Isaac Silva. Nice little clip ball. Everyone's having a great game. Isaac Silva driving at men. He's lucky to still have it, but he still does have it. He cuts it there, back stick, headed away from the VAR. Only far as Jasmine who blazes over. And there we have. That was Nakamura. You know he's taking a touch and spanking it with his right. Jasmine there, blazing it over with his left. The difference between the two players. Hence why I'm resting Nakamura and Hala, so Silva and Jasmine don't have to start the Burnley game, because Burnley did beat us 2-1 when our poor run of form back when we changed the tactic. Well, what led to us changing the tactic. Anyway, King on the ball after Dosek finds him. King there, running forward, still with King. Looks over the top towards Jasmine. Jasmine now, can he cut this one? He does. Marquez shouldn't miss. In the end, he made it a bit harder for himself. Just had to slide it left or right or right. No pun intended, left or right. But right has put that one in to his own net, sort of. You know, he could have done a little bit better with his 5 point if he actually got spread a bit bigger. Instead, it's hit him and it's gone in, and we are going to be 4-0 up on the night, 5-0 in aggregate. Everyone's having a good game. Jasmine's now got himself an assist, and we are going to get through this tie without conceding a goal as well, which is huge because it means that Ives and Daniel have played together, and there we go. You got to remember, we started the Premier League with Ives and Daniel not being in good, Ives and Daniel being upset. We didn't concede in our first couple of games that Ives and Daniel played together. Then we obviously conceded a lot. It's now good to see that they've kept the clean sheet in 2 consecutive games. I'm very happy with the result and the way we played, obviously. Daniel getting man of the match. Everybody having a worldie, which is what you want to see, especially our back 4. And that is going to be that for that tie. In terms of who we could get, let's have a look here. Bayern nearly came back against Chelsea, but couldn't do it. Inter there have beaten Leipzig. Don't really want Inter or Chelsea. I would love them two to play off against each other. That would be great. Hoffenheim there. Villarreal didn't get through. Everton did scrape through. Club Brugge got through in extra time. And Ajax got in as well. So it'll be interesting to see who we do get in just a second in the group stage. But I'll be back in just a second for the group draw. Do not go anywhere. Hello YouTube. Welcome back. Episode 70. Bright Lights. It is time to find out who we will get in the quarterfinal. First things first, song goes on. Europa League draw is in full effect. Is there a team I particularly want? Club Brugge, Belgium side, wouldn't mind. As long as we play away from home first, I don't mind too much who we get, apart from Inter and Chelsea. First out the hat is going to be Inter. Don't be Sunderland. Ajax, that's fine. Next out of the hat is Sporting. I don't mind. It is going to be Sunderland. We do get Sporting. So obviously they can't use Fofana. I actually would not mind Fofana playing for Sporting because of the form he's in. But there we are. Anyhow, some interesting ties going ahead. Inter get Ajax in a bigger game of the two. Chelsea and Hoffenheim could be quite interesting. And Bruges could maybe do one over Everton. You never know. Everton not in like the greatest form ever. Down in 12th, but you just never know. Anyway, Sporting there. Let's have a look at their team as their song rings true. Their key player is Rafinha, who is a sensational winger, the 28-year-old. And they've still got Sebastian Coates at 34, who's lacking a little bit of pace. Maybe we can do a job over Sporting and reach the semi-final for the second year in a row. Or maybe it will be Sporting that will knock us out of the Europa League and make us absolutely focus on finishing in the top 4 for the first time in our history. Anyhow, that's going to be the end of episode 70, and I will see you for episode 71, which will be the Sporting game, which will be played, in the not too distant future. Hopefully, I'm on stream for it because that means I'll be able to stream on Monday. If not, links in the description below so you can follow us on Twitch and on Twitter. And I'll be playing the Sporting game offline. If we do make the semi-final, I will probably be making sure I stream that no matter what, because it is a semi-final and it leads to a final. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're watching from. But from Damien, Sunderland and Bright Lights, that's the end of episode 70. And I'll see you for 71.